Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's almost time!
What it do? A little bit of technical difficulties to start this out. I tried to play a video and somebody else played a song, and then I thought my shit was all glitched out, so I just let it run. That was the longest non-intro intro I think we've ever done. I'm your host for the evening, though, and this is It's Almost Time. They call me A1, aka Mario Bautista. If you don't know, you about to know, especially if you sit and you watch the breakdown tonight. We got two cards that we're going over tonight. The Paris fight card main event, Saint-Denis versus Money Moicano. And then also last weekend's pay-per-view, UFC 307, PEREIRA versus Rountree Jr. And before I introduce my co-host tonight, I'd like to say a little something, because it's been, looking at my imaginary watch, it's been some time since we've had the man, the myth, the legend, Cornbread 217 on the pod. Starting to think this motherfucker got kidnapped. He got a sugar mama. He just don't need the podcast anymore. He want to hop in and he want to talk all this shit about picking parlays and still be in the lead, but don't want to break down none of the fights. Don't want to preview none of the fights. Sitting up on his high horse. Sure, you got a bong somewhere because that's how he does it, but where are you, Brad? I mean, speak now or forever hold your peace. I could go on and on and on about just the lack of dedication to the pod. And I'm sure the fans out there, the viewers, they're probably, they think we probably killed you. So, it's just a little frustrating. Just a little bit. Are you coming back? Or are we just running the ship without you?
Oh, shit. So much shit there to unpack. But hold on. Let me make one thing true.
Yeah, I told you got the bomb.
So, just to get a couple things clear. The first is, motherfucker, I am It's Almost Time, bitch. Fuck we talking about, nigga? Yeah, exactly, motherfucker. I'm here. And you already knew. I told y'all from the jump that I would help, support, do what I could for the show until you got it going, and then I was probably going to step away for a minute. We always knew that was a thing. But speaking of stepping away and niggas not talking, where the fuck your album at, nigga?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, who
you want to talk about stepping away, nigga?
I
still got a hard drive full of shit. You ain't did shit since New Scoop Goofing. And that was all damn 2-3 years ago.
They're stepping away, and then there's going to the gas station for a pack of cigarettes and they coming back. I was starting to think it was a ladder.
Nigga, but from the jump, I said that's what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know what the the dependent on me to do the show when like you was like, oh, me and Paul want to do this shit and facilitate this shit. I said I'm down to help you start it and help you get it up and running and do all that.
Well, I just figured with the lead that you have with the Parlay Pals Championship Challenge that you'd at least be here to defend it. You pulled a Connor on us. You stepped away.
Look,
like you too good for us now. Like you got a little bit of money, and it ain't never time.
Shit, Nick. It kind of ain't been time lately. Shit, fucking yeah. I ain't watched shit since what? Like probably June, nigga. Been working the whole time, and you know about that Mr. Mortgage.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't that the same reason your ass ain't dropped a fucking tape, a fucking lyric?
Shit. You got me there. You got me
all
there.
Right then. So we talking about the same thing, huh? But I ain't come at your ass, even though I got unreleased shit with your ass on it that I'm about to take you off and put other niggas.
Oh, shit.
So I can release it. You feel me? So if you was there with it and you was like, hey, I might have to take you off and bring in Uncanny or something, I'd be like, I ain't mad at you.
Man. Shots
you know what I'm
fired.
saying? I'm just saying, if it's business, I get it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing personal. I can say I was involved in like all them my dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. So speaking of what am I on that ain't been released yet?
What do I have? I have we ain't released Fuck You, but that's yours. So I really can't say, even though it's the same thing.
Well, and technically that one's not even mine.
I mean, I guess not. Motherfucking what I just heard it today. Something I did. I need that one out. And then there was something else. And I'm like, man, this motherfucker playing, dog.
All right. Hey.
And look, no, that ain't what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like, if you're done, cool, and like I'll figure it out. I'm not like, and that's what I mean. Like, if you're done and like ain't feeling it or don't have the motivation, I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's where I say it's business, where then I gotta take you off or like cut you out completely or what, you know what I'm saying? It's not a personal thing.
Well, and I will say here on the record, I ain't done. Ain't never been done. So we'll link off camera. I'm gonna get my ass over there and get this shit off your hard drive and onto some streaming platforms. How about that?
All right, that's cool.
All right. Well, welcome back tonight, man.
Word up.
We got a lot to go over tonight.
Why am I keep disappearing?
Oh, you gonna pull the Cheshire Cat? Or were you trying not to?
I've got to fade to black. Damn, it ain't do it.
There you gotta set card up backwards.
What about mine? Nope, racist.
There we go.
Racist.
He said nope, racist. Dumb as hell.
But yeah, we got two cards we're going over tonight, and I'm gonna make the first card kind of short and sweet. Get through it kind of with the quickness. It's only been 2 weeks. 3 weeks now almost since the last fight night, but it feels like 2 months ago because I've watched so many fucking fights. It's hard to tell if something happened last week or last year. The card that we are gonna touch first was the Paris card, UFC Fight Night, Benoit Saint-Denis versus Renato Money Moicano. All in all, just a quick overview anyways. This card wasn't bad. There was some stuff not so good, but it was decent. You can almost say that with any card. You could have 11 banger fights, and you can have that one fight on the card that was just whack.
Man.
Stinker.
Yeah. Yeah, but UFC Fight Night Paris. This actually, I think I missed a couple of the first opening fights. I didn't realize it kicked off as early as it did. I guess Paris.
Perry.
Well, Paris has gets better show times than the UK. They get to go on at the normal time, and we get it early. Whereas the UK, they get to fight at 5 a.m. so that we're up at normal time watching the shit. Does it make sense? Not so much, but does Dana?
What time was those fights?
I think the prelims started at like 11 a.m. and main card at 2.
Oh, damn.
And that's Central Time for y'all that aren't locked in the Midwest. Right off the bat, we had Chris Duncan versus Badaji Oki. First round submission guillotine choke. Chris Duncan got himself a dub. Parlay picks for the UFC Paris card. I had my girl Jacqueline Cavalcante. She had just fought like a month or two prior. I grabbed her to kind of sprinkle that onto the parlay prior. She came through for me. So I grabbed her up again. Split decision victory over Nora Kamoli. I think that's how you say her name. I didn't get to see the fight, so I can't tell you if it was close, if it was not. I don't know. We had Victor Altamirano versus Danielle Barres. This went to unanimous decision. Barres with the dub. I think I came in after this fight, actually. Let me double check. Yeah, I seem about right. Eileen Perez. Eileen, shake that booty, Perez.
Yes. He said yes.
Zalzin Nakava, who was undefeated up until her last fight. She lost the decision, I think, her prior go out. And Perez made some quick work with her. 3 minutes, 52 seconds of round 1, arm triangle choke victory, and then twerked over her like she was playing Call of Duty.
Right.
Teabagged her, dude.
Paul said, I got that as my screensaver. It's just on loop.
Yeah, how do I got to fight this girl? What do I got to do? I'll let her win if I can get that.
Goes, man,
she'd probably beat my ass. I probably wouldn't have to let her win.
Just sit on my face.
Hell no.
Death by snooze snooze.
No, I would never say that. That would be unprofessional, bro. I am nothing but.
Hey, okay. I mean, would Chris Curtis agree?
Maybe.
I don't know. He probably forgot I exist. Actually, maybe not. He seems like he might take that shit to heart. Like, I might have traumatized him. I just don't even really know it. I hope not.
Man, well, I know you're not the only person the dude's blocked on Twitter. From what I understand, I think it got so bad he just straight deactivated it for a little while, like just blocked himself, basically. Next up on the card, though, we had Taylor Lapalus versus Vince Morales. Another decision. Lapalus with unanimous decision victory. I was actually looking at this. There's a lot of fucking decisions on this goddamn card, man.
Yeah.
Ludovic Klein versus Roosevelt Roberts. Man, that sounds like he running for president. Roosevelt Roberts, Roosevelt. Either way, if it was an election, he lost the race because Ludovic got the unanimous decision victory. Next up, we had Dave Woonjung versus Omar Sy or C. Again, decision victory. C got the dub. Okay, now I know for sure. I came in. This might actually have been the fight I jumped in on. Was Ian Kudaloba, a.k.a. the Hulk, versus Ivan Erslan. And I thought, personally, Erslan was going to take this. And it was back and forth. This actually ended in a split decision. Kudaloba got the victory, but this was a close fight. I went back and rewatched it when I should have been watching the ones I didn't watch. But we rewatched this one, and personally, I had Erslan. But in my defense, I also had Erslan involved in my parlay. So, damn. God damn.
Fuck.
But yeah, Kudaloba split decision victory.
There it is.
Next,
I don't even remember who I picked.
I remember who you picked.
Who was it?
It was in the main event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you picked Saint Denis.
Oh, I thought you said we were 3 for 3.
That was this last weekend.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I remember now. Yep.
Yeah. And then after the Kudalobo fight, we had Matt Simrala Frivola versus Faris Zaim or Zayam. This was my fight of the night, man. Faris came out to fucking bang. Frivola is a competitor. I think actually his fight prior to this, he got slapped by Saint Denis.
Yeah.
But definitely made this a competitive fight up until the beginning of the second. Not long into the second round, Zayam started taking over and caught him with a vicious fucking knee. They were in the clinch, and like Zayam, before this fight even started, said he was going to knock him out with a knee.
Yeah.
So Frivola was waiting for it or looking for it, was doing good, fighting it off. There was actually an instant where he got rocked with, I think, a combo and started doing that backpedaling, the same move that he did when Saint Denis caught him with that head kick and slept him.
Right.
And I was like, oh, shit, this is deja vu. We about to see it happen again. But now they got into the clinch as was in the clinch, backed up just a bit. Actually, I think he still had him like in a tie clinch and just threw a high knee over the side. Caught him, slept him. He was out cold. This, for my money, this was fight of the night, man. This was, or at least a performance of the night bonus. Faris Zayam, remember the fucking name. This dude's legit. Probably going to be working his way up the ranks. Frivola seems to be one of the gatekeepers of lightweight right now because he's right there on the cusp. I don't even know for sure if he's ranked, but I know that obviously he was somewhere up there because Saint Denis was ranked at I think 12 after beating him. So, moving forward, we had Morgan Charrier versus Gabriel Miranda. It ended 27 seconds into round 2, TKO due to punches.
Damn.
Charrier got the dub. Looked impressive doing it. I forgot this one was on the fucking card too. Big shout out. Next fight was Kevin Jousset from France versus Brian fucking Battle. Trying to remember what his fucking new nickname is because he had like one of them gay nicknames that you wouldn't tell him it's gay because you don't want to get punched in the mouth. Right. But it's like with Carla Esparza, like Cookie Monster.
Hell no.
The
dumbest, gayest one I've ever heard, and I hate it just because it doesn't make sense. It's supposed to like the last Stylebender. I fucking hate it, dude.
You hate it?
Yes.
That one at least made kind of sense. Like,
I guess, but the last Stylebender is that he mixes styles, and he's copying the name from the last Airbender.
Yep.
Which I guess he is the avatar, so he uses all the elements. Anime. Yeah. He doesn't really bend styles. He just kickboxes.
I get
it. It's more, at least in my opinion, that's more creative than like fucking.
It is, and a lot of people like it. So I'm willing to acknowledge when I'm wrong, and this might be one of those times. I just don't like it. Never have. I was like the last Stylebender. I'm like, bending styles. Like, does that mean you're blending them together, or you're like doing it wrong? You're bending it.
Yeah, like if he was going in there one time and then like still have your basic shit, but every once in a while doing like a drunken boxing strike or like
that would be crazy. Yeah, like the fucking Anderson Silva.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh, and Brian Battle's new nickname is the Butcher.
That's kind of
hard. Butcher, nigga.
And I fucks with that.
Butcher coming, nigga.
But Jousset versus Battle. The opening, I think Battle was a slight favorite in this, and for the knockout option was a plus 600 dog to get the knockout over Jousset. And Jousset has been battle tested, not Brian battle tested, obviously, but he'd been tested before. So I could see why the line was what it was, but you know me, you give me somebody like that likes to swing, and you give me a plus 600 option for the KO, you best believe I'm sprinkling on that. Threw a little something on it. Threw, I think, a 5-spot. Walked out at the end of the second round with $35. Because second round KO, good combos, and I feel like Battle was kind of getting his range, kind of feeling what he was going to be dealing with. And when he had Jalset figured out, he started to put it on him. And Battle's one of them fighters that's got that killer instinct. When he knows he's got you hurt, he's going to turn up the pressure. And that's exactly what the fuck he did. Combos, it wasn't like a straight-up KO. He didn't go to sleep. But the ref had to stop in because dude was bouncing off of the cage and stumbling and didn't know where he was for a while. And if it would have gone further, he would have straight slapped him. So they stopped it. Brian Battle, KO. This next fight, I got a bone to pick. Joe Anderson Brito versus William Gomis.
Mm-hmm.
This was a back and forth fight. Ended up going to a decision. Gomis won by a split decision, but he did not fucking win that fight. Brito won that fucking fight. Just had the tougher, I think the harder shots. I feel like he had the bigger moments in the fights. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Gomis he's from fucking France. Imagine that.
He's from fucking France.
And so the Paris judges, obviously, I think kind of factored that in, and that's why he won this decision. Because they knew, it's close enough. We can give him this.
You think the French judges gave him the fucking fight?
Basically. And from my understandings, too, both Allen and Moicano had to go through a bunch of extra shit after weigh-ins, had like some additional testing done, where both the co-main and the main event, they got to chill and not do a damn thing after weigh-in. It was like the French commission was fucking with the non-French fighters, making them have to do more than what they were doing. Brandon Allen was even on record prior to the fight happening saying, this is some bullshit. Like, don't be surprised if it goes like it goes because of what they're having the non-French fighters go through. But co-main event of the evening was Nasruddin Imavov versus Brendan Allen. I believe this was your boy for the parlay, Mr. Breddington, was Imavov.
Yeah.
Ended in a unanimous decision. Imavov with the dub. I'm not going to say they got this one wrong. There were some close moments, but I think all in all, the third round is really what sealed it for Imavov. I feel like Allen had just started to fade. You could kind of tell that he was not moving like he was in the beginning. The first two rounds, though, were super competitive. Third round, again, I think that's where Imavov took it. And then we get to our main event of the evening, which was Renato Money Moicano versus Benoit Saint-Denis. This was scheduled for 5 rounds, and I believe Saint-Denis was like a minus 240 favor or something like that. He was heavily favored, or at least moderately favored, to take this fight. And with it being 5 rounds, I get it. Moicano's mid-30s. He's had some flashes here and there, and then he's had some shit where he just didn't show up like I thought he would. This for Moicano was the antithesis of what I expected, because that first round came out and they had some good exchanges. Moicano caught Saint-Denis and then went in, got a takedown, got into mount, and I swear to fucking God, this dude inflicted 3 rounds of damage in 1 round on the Saint-Denis. But like some of the best fucking ground and pound I've seen here in the past year or so, because we was talking about this last weekend, Dre, like that full mount position, like back in the Mark Coleman days.
Yeah.
Somebody would get that shit. It was over.
Yeah. You didn't nobody know what to do with that.
Yeah. You just turtled up and hope that you didn't get CTE.
Yeah.
Nowadays, with the game just having evolved as much as it had, you're almost better off staying in a side guard or a half guard position because you have better control. They're not going to kick their legs. They're not able to do as much. Whereas you get somebody in the mount and they actually know what they're doing.
Yeah.
A good 70-80% of the time now, these people are getting out and getting it back into a dominant position, if not standing, Just,
yeah, I was gonna say, even if they don't get them off of them, they are not in mount anymore. Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the number one position people try to like prevent.
Mhm.
You can be in side guard, you can be in half guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can definitely be a neutral and butterfly. Like, those are common, but like, yeah, that top mount shit don't work like that no more.
No, exactly. But no, Money Moicano like got his money's worth for the position. Literally a good 4 or 5 unanswered shots to the fucking noggin, right into the right eye. Starting out round 2, you could see how much damage Saint-Denis had taken, and in Benoit's credit, I think he won the second round.
Right.
He kind of got his composure, was getting the better shots off. I think he landed more in the second round, and I think Moicano, I think, went a little hard in the first round and was kind of playing, recover mode. Like, hey, let me just get my breath. I just had a dominant first round. Probably was a 10-8 round on some of the judges' cards. But yeah, but by the end of the second round, Saint-Denis' right eye was swollen closed. Like, just it was bad. Bad enough to the point that the commission said he couldn't fight, so they stopped it.
Damn.
Winner by TKO. Renato Money Moicano. I almost said Benoit Saint-Denis. I almost pulled a DC, not remembering Bilal's name. But yeah, Moicano got the dub. So the bonuses for the night, we had Zayam got performance of the night for his knee KO over Matt Favola. Sherrier got a bonus for his KO over Gabriel Miranda. Brian Battle got a performance of the night bonus, and that's kind of fucked up. Nobody got fight of the night. Oh, no, I'm wrong, bro. Okay, first fight of the night, actually, Chris Duncan got a performance of the night bonus for his submission. So 4 bonuses. None of them were called fight of the night, just all around good performances. For that night, we were 2 out of 3 for the Parlay Pals. So Paul dropped the bag, but
fuck,
you can't even be mad about it, man. Like, Saint-Denis was 9 times out of 10, Saint-Denis probably wins that fight.
I should have known, dude. He's the 13-3 hype train.
Well, and that's really what it is, though. I wouldn't even call it a hype train or that the hype was busted. It's just when you get up there in the ranks and you actually start fighting somebody with a number. I don't care if they're top 15, top 10, top 5. The fights get harder. There's a reason these motherfuckers got numbers next to their name.
Right.
Actually, yeah, there's some fight news we'll get into after going over this card because I definitely have an opinion or two on it. But last weekend's card, UFC 307 in Salt Lake City. It was Pereira versus Roundtree Jr. All in all, this was a decently stacked card. Even some casuals are going to know a lot of the names, some older names or some OG names, some people that a lot of people would recognize. Starting off the card was Court McGee versus Tim Means. Both of these motherfuckers are a decade in.
Yeah.
For fighting for the UFC. And boy, oh boy, when I tell you that I picked the outcome of this first fight wrong, I was really wrong. I didn't think Court had much. I knew if Court was going to win, it was going to be due to wrestling. I just knew that, but I didn't know that Tim Means was going to give in so fucking easy. Both of these guys was on a little bit of a skid. Both had lost, I think, the last 2, if not the last 2 out of the last 3 fights. So when they squared off, I figured Tim Means had better grappling defense than what he put out. Actually had Court hurt a little bit. Court went in for the shoot, got it, and then got the sub officially. Let me double check the time on this. 3 minutes and 19 seconds
of round 1.
Yep, neck crank.
Yep.
So he didn't even have it fully in. It was just that pressure on that neck, and he said, "Nope, I want out." I think that was I was actually halfway kind of watching that. I had it streaming on my phone when we was on our way out to the lake. But just got.
Yeah, I was gonna say either I wasn't locked in yet, until after tacos, or like I just don't get into that
He
fight.
said till after tacos.
Yeah. That was a big ass taco though.
Man, no, that's
Tell Miss Pam what up. No disrespect.
for sure.
Just a regular what up, not a like Miss Parker what up. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Next fight though, we had Tisha Pennington versus Carla Esparza, and this was Carla's farewell fight, the final fight on her contract, and she said going into it, "This is my last fight. I am retiring after this. I got a husband. I got a baby. I want to do mom shit."
Look, and this is what I'm saying, man. She had a career for like 10 years. Retire from that motherfucker. Get your mom on.
2-time champion, too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You said that like she really got those. I give her even the first one over the second one, fam.
Yeah. Well,
you
hey,
know what I'm saying? Because the first the first one was inaugural, and it ushered in a whole fucking class of other bitches, right?
Yeah.
So cool. You can have that. And you actually did something in that fight.
Yeah.
The second time you got that shit, bitch.
Well, neither one of them did shit. She just did a little more than nothing.
Yeah. Which I'm just I don't know if I'm just don't think highly of her, or I'm just that disappointed in Thug Rose. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah, two things can be true.
Cause no, and then what happened though after she got it off her Thug again is she went and fought the bitch of the division
and lost her motherfucking mind.
Oh yeah,
and the belt.
That's probably what prompted her. She said, "No, you know what? I'm gonna take a year off. I'll get this last fight in, but I'm done because I ain't."
You say you ain't finna Korean zombie me? The fuck?
But yeah. So Tisha Pennington versus Carla Esparza. This was a close fucking fight.
It was,
and probably the best I've ever seen Carla look.
It was.
Like, man,
because look, people talk that shit about her, and I get like was like a 10-year veteran. You know what I'm saying? At this point, just turned 10. You know what I'm saying? And like, people was like, "Oh no, she got something," but like literally every fight I ever saw of hers was probably one of the 8 losses, minus like her getting the belt the second time. But again, even that performance was so fucking lackluster, nigga. You like, what the fuck?
Yo. But no, she showed out though. Her last fight, she showed out.
So that's agreed. Yeah.
That first round, I gave to Tisha better pressure, better strikes. Carla, I think, was taking a little bit to get warmed up, but I give a lot of credit.
She's old now and a mom.
Yep. But I also give a lot of credit to Esparza's corner, because they lit a fire under her. They somewhere in between rounds 1 and 2, and then especially in between round 2 and 3, they this was like reminiscent almost of Leon Edwards' coach going into round 5 with Usman. Like said, "Hey, woman, hey, you got 5 fucking minutes left. Your journey, you've been doing this forever. You got 5 more fucking minutes of this, and then you're done for good. Go out there.
Leave it the fuck out there."
And man, did she that second round was close. I think I still gave Pennington round 2, but round 3 was all fucking Carla, man. All fucking Carla. Good kicks, good takedowns, good pressure. And actually, when she got the takedowns and got into a good position, she was unloading on her. Good ground and pound. All in all, like I said, she definitely took the third round. With the second round being close, I can see why this went to a split decision. Or no, this was unanimous, actually.
What up, Cat?
But they ended up giving Tisha Pennington the nod, got the dub. Carla goes out on an L, but not for lack of trying. I wouldn't be upset if I was her, because she put on a good last fight. She got her flowers. Actually, when they said their things, you know, the post-fight interview in cage with Tisha, and then kept Esparza in the cage and sent her off with a little retirement video. Just all her highlights and her accolades and the things that she had done in the UFC.
She's like woman GSP.
What grinds my gears though is they could do that, and like, yeah, I think any fighter that fights their last fight and lets it be known, but like before they go in, you should set them off.
You should have a montage
like that.
Yeah.
But why the fuck couldn't they do a damn thing for Mike Goldberg?
Yeah.
They couldn't even
had some behind the scenes beef.
They didn't even announce that it was dude's last card. They're just like, oh, he's done. Here's some more of Anik. And don't get me wrong, I love John Anik. Come on now!
Come on!
Come on!
Hey, that was ridiculous, man. That wasn't the next fight. That's coming up though.
Oh yeah.
Ryan Spann and OSP was the next.
Yeah, hey, shout out to Ryan Superman Spann.
Yeah. Because
he took on Ovince St. Preux, and to be honest, going into the fight, I picked Spann to win. I thought he was just gonna do more than OSP.
Right.
Also, just like during the weigh-ins and stuff, like you could tell OSP ain't been going as hard as. Yeah, he ain't been going as hard as what he used to.
He got cut.
He said he got cut.
No, he really did. They posted today that the UFC roster watch he's removed.
OSP is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it was the last fight on his contract or if they cut him, but either way, he's not on the roster
sense.
technically.
He's what, 41 and like lost his last 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I always liked OSP, and so I lost a couple bets because of that. But yeah, my boy's washed, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I always liked
Spann. One of Spann's biggest downfalls, at least since he's gotten into the UFC, they always talk about how promising this dude could be, like how talented he is if he would apply it and be consistent. And he came out and made a statement. Like literally, it was a first round submission due to what was it? Guillotine. Yep. Yeah. Guillotine choke. minute and 35 seconds in.
That shit was tight.
He got it standing, didn't he?
Yeah.
That's also a risky move because OSP is known for those fucking Von Flue chokes where they like it's the counter for that basically as long as they don't get their legs around you.
Choke?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, dude, and in the history of the UFC, there's
the Von Preux, that's what they call it, the Von Preux.
Yep, and in the history of the UFC, there's only been 8 of those chokes ever.
He's got like 3 or 4 of them.
He's got half of them, 50% of them. But yeah, Ryan Spann actually did get a performance of the night bonus for his submission over Ovince St. Preux, and in his Octagon interview said, "Hey, I want to be more consistent. I hear y'all, and this is me being more consistent. So maybe he's finally turned the corner and he's gonna go on a run. But no, very impressive over a veteran on Saturday. Enough so that they cut the veteran.
Word.
Next up, we had Cesar Almeida versus Ihor Potieria.
Fuck that guy. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Let me just say, fuck that ref.
Yeah, fuck that ref.
So in this fight, there were.
Oh yeah, that ref got hired and fired the same night.
Bro, it really made me think like he had money riding on Almeida or some shit. Cause there was 3 eye pokes and a nut shot.
What?
Yeah, actually there might have been a 4th eye poke.
Real facts, Paul. You would have been cussing, nigga. No, you would have been the baddest nigga in the room just because I know you.
Hey, that's when John Anik said, "Come on!"
Yeah, because he poked him and he poked him the 3rd time. No, but it wasn't just that. That ain't what he said it for. He said it because these motherfuckers was up against the fence and they was doing arm positions and like working. and he kept fucking splitting them up for like after 30 seconds, nigga.
No, not even. It was like 10 or 15 seconds. It was like, I'm all about keeping the action going, and I will get to it in the couple more fights down the card.
He was literally doing the opposite of what a referee does, fam.
Yeah, no, you're supposed to let him work through the position. You're supposed to let him to advance the position. This dude was giving him about 10, 15 seconds max to work against the cage before separating them and starting them back in the center. Like, really made me think he had that KO option on Almeida.
That's crazy.
The first eye poke came. Look, he said, and like I think it was just like he was just trying to push off of him or something, but his like fingers was out, right?
Gave him a DC.
And so like he did it, and the dude's like, and he looked at the ref like,
and he's like, keep fighting.
And he said, "What are you doing? Keep fighting." and look, everybody, Joe and them was like, "What? I think he got his eye poked. I'm pretty sure you're supposed to stop for that." Like, and so then he does it a second time, and he actually stops it or whatever, gives him the warning. You know what I'm saying? But then he does it the third time, and he's like, "What are you doing? Keep fighting." And they're like, "Dude." Like, you know.
And then also, yeah, Almeida caught him with a low blow. And he did stop the fight, but yeah, now out of the 4 illegal moves, did not take a single point. Didn't even warn him about taking a point.
You got to do one of each, dude. You got to grab the cage, you got to kick him in the nuts, poke him in the eye, and then punch him in the back of the head. One each, and you're good.
Yeah.
Well,
you're gonna get a DQ somewhere in there.
Yeah, well, he got some freebies because he had 3, if not 4, eye pokes. And didn't even get a warning. Actually got a warning like, hey, keep your hands closed. But he kept getting warnings. Like, it was weird. This went to a decision. Almeida, unanimous decision. But, hey, when you can't see out of one eye, I get it. You know? It was an unlucky night, and I feel like PEREIRA was fighting 2 people. He was fighting Almeida and the fucking ref.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. He deserved it for fucking doing our boy Shogun that way.
Oh wow!
You remember that shit?
That was him. Yeah, no, that's why I said, oh wow.
Refresh my memory. What did he do?
It was Shogun's retirement fight, and then he just like beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, in Brazil too.
In front of everybody. It was like he just lost his retirement fight moment, and Ihor's like, get fucked.
Yeah.
Not literally, but like basically.
Next up on the card, we had Alexander Hernandez versus Austin Hubbard. This was a decently competitive fight, man. This is actually one of the only fights I refused to put into any parlays because I was like, I did not know how it was going to play out. They were both very evenly matched. Even the odds makers had them both minus money. Nobody knew for sure what it was going to be. Ended up being a split decision victory for Alexander Hernandez, and I think it was just really what won him the fight was I feel like he was landing the harder shots. I think Hubbard had more quantity. He was putting more numbers out there, and he was touching them more. But the shots he was getting hit with, he was reacting to more, and Hernandez ultimately did it. It probably shouldn't even have been a split, but it was funny. Out of all of the splits that we saw that night, I think I called every single one of them before they read them. I was like, oh, this is going to be split. And sure enough, so another thing.
Well, you got a 50-50 guess. Those are pretty good odds. Like, even if you didn't watch it, you have decent odds.
Yep.
It's 50-50.
Well, no, but yeah, I don't know because there was
I think what he's saying is like actually watching the fight and, you know, judges judge it professionally. But like you being at home, there's times and like there's another fight on the card where like motherfuckers have difference of opinion. But if you're watching and you're on the same shit the judges is on, that makes you feel like, oh, okay, so we was watching the same.
Yeah,
right.
No, people are actually doing their job. And I'm getting tired, too, of these casuals or just these fans in general. Anytime the fighter that they put in their parlay gets shafted on a close decision, they call robbery. It's a fucking robbery. No, it's fucking not. It was a close fight, you dumb fuck.
Right.
And
now, Paul, if this motherfucker was like, oh, Sal D'Amato gonna give that nigga 29-28, this nigga gonna be like 30-27, and this nigga gonna be like 30-27 in favor of this nigga, then I'm gonna be
my
like,
pants.
yo, you need to calm your ass down.
Yeah,
I'd shit my pants.
I think on the Pennington and Esparza fight, it was 29-28 for two of the judges, and I think one of them had it 30-27 for Pennington.
Yeah.
And there ain't no way, I don't care what judge you are, she did not win 3 fucking rounds.
Fuck
right.
No.
Yeah, it's crazy how the judging goes sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and it's their way to control. Again, I think that somewhat control some of the outcomes, especially in a close fight, or if they really don't want to push a certain fighter or really trying to push a different fighter. I think the UFC got a hand in it. Like, hey, judge, if this goes close, this is who you side with. This is who you give the extra oomph to. If you can't make up your mind, we'll make up your mind. This is who you nod to.
Because it's like wrestling now.
Yep.
They writing the story.
Next up, we had Yasmin Lucindo versus Marina Rodriguez. Also ended in a split decision.
Yeah.
Lucindo got the dub. I think Rodriguez had a really good, what was it, the first round?
Yeah.
Had dropped Lucindo at one point, but Lucindo came back, had some good takedowns, some good control time, some good ground and pound. Personally, I think Lucindo won. So the fact that it went split in a close fight, I can't be upset. But I also feel like the right person got the nod.
Yeah. What was crazy is I learned during that fight that she had been fighting professionally since she was 14. And then fighting even before that. And she said the reason I learned how to fight is to combat domestic violence.
Oh, yeah.
J-Lo right? Enough.
Yasmin, right?
Yeah. I said.
Yeah, she did it because her mom was getting beat by her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And she said,
she took up martial arts to like defend her and like, yeah. I said, that's crazy.
It's pretty noble.
No, that's what's up. She's like a female Ryu fan, but Brazilian. So she's Lyoto Machida.
This next one fucked up my parlay, bro. I had a 6-leg parlay, and this is the only one I got wrong.
You talking the Wonder
yeah,
Boy,
this is the only one I got right.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, this is the only one I emoted on, fam.
Yeah, he
because it happened, and I seen it, and I was like, oh, that means.
Yeah,
like that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, no, this was your parlay pick for this card was Joaquin Buckley money line against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and man, when I tell you this was a fucking fight, and going into that third round, I had Wonderboy up 2 rounds to none.
Parlay boys.
And Buckley, though, he's got that dog in him.
Yeah.
He doesn't quit, and actually his second round.
Hold on, and shouts to the Scandinavian, my white man Uncanny. You know what I'm saying? He got a label change as soon as he got his 23andMe back. But he was like, what you think of that Wonder Boy Joaquin? I said, that's actually my parlay pick. He said, who you got? I said, I got Buckley. He was like, see, let me tell you something. Wonder Boy ain't washed up like everybody thinks. And I was like, I know. He was like, so Joaquin gonna go in there, make some mistakes, and he's gonna do that. But like, he's not gonna go down easy. He gonna throw 1 or 2 of them things, and if he catches you, it's over with.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And no, we was conference calling right before the cards started because I got his opinion on a couple fights of where he thought it was going to go and who was going to get the nod. And I agreed with him. I felt like if this fight stayed at distance, that Wonder Boy was going to have the advantage, and he fucking did.
Yeah.
For 2 rounds, he was getting the better of him. Just good cage control. Anytime Buckley was starting to get him pressed against the cage, he was circling out and catching him as he was getting back to distance. Like just very, very high fight IQ. But you expect this from a professional kickboxer that lost or didn't lose, I don't think, as a kickboxer.
Yeah.
had only been slept or TKO'd one time prior in the UFC. Has only been knocked out once in his career. But fighting a beast of a motherfucker named Joaquin Buckley. Round 2 was a close round 2. I feel like Buckley was starting to find his range a little bit. Definitely made it a closer round than the first round. I still gave Wonderboy a slight edge. And then going into the third round, it was basically the same. Wonderboy was doing what he was supposed to be doing. Keeping good octagon control, keeping good space, like just sniping. At 2 minutes and 17 seconds, yes, that's right, 2:17.
2:17
of the third round.
Yeah.
Buckley comes in, throws a haymaker of what was it, a right?
Yeah, a right, like a Superman hook, basically. Like
caught him flush though, and Wonderboy went down. Couple shots
Crumpled.
after that.
Yeah, like
And
well, because I think he either dodged the kick or like caught his leg and did it. It was something like that. And like, yeah, like because he kept throwing that side kick. And so like, yeah, boat caught him. He went crumpled down, caught him with a couple, you know what I'm saying? Couple pieces of meat, fam.
No,
2 pieces of biscuit.
Joaquin's a real deal, especially at welterweight.
Yeah.
He's
heavy. That motherfucker's heavy, fam.
Yep.
He's dense. Like,
you little
know
teapot, dude. Little teapot, short and stout.
Yeah.
Like Easy-E, built like a tank, yet hard to hit.
I like the fact that he said dumb shit cloud my opinion of his fighting. Unfortunately, I fucked up.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. It's sometimes hard to separate some of the shit that gets talked in the lead up. Actually, Buckley and Kevin Holland had some beef the fight week. They were staying at the same hotel and was going back and forth. And Kevin Holland ended up going and getting a room in a different place because he said, I wanted to make it the fight night. I don't want to do something dumb and not fight for y'all when I'm getting paid to do this. Like, I'm not going to go fight somebody in the lobby. So I just went and got myself a different room. You'll be glad to know, though, they squashed the beef. They good. Nothing serious.
Because I don't see why they couldn't be homies. Both of them together would be funny as hell.
Right?
Yeah.
But no, Buckley's a real deal. We got to meet him last summer at the UFC X, the Fight Week convention. Hey, and Buckley, you probably ain't watching this right now. Well, we hollering at you. You said, hey, you had no problem jumping on a pod and doing a little interview. So we coming for you. I hope you remember. I'm gonna shoot you a message on Instagram, Twitter, wherever I can get a hold of you, and I'm gonna send the picture. Be like, hey, you remember us? You remember us? It's almost time, guys. How about that interview?
Show it.
Buckley with the performance of the night bonus as well, which you knock out Wonderboy, you better be getting a bonus.
Yeah.
Period.
Come on now.
Bag secured, period.
Yep. So kicking off the pay-per-view, we had Ketlen Vieira ranked number 2 versus number 3 ranked Kayla Harrison. This was Paul's pick for the parlay. At minus 1,100.
I thought she was gonna finish her though.
Yeah, I did too. I think everybody did. I thought she was gonna club and sub. Vieira made this a fucking fight though. I underestimated Vieira. Not saying that I didn't know that Ketlen was decent. I mean, you got to be good ranked number 2. I just thought Kayla was going to apply that pressure and she was going to fold her just like she did home. But Vieira had a pretty good outing. Actually, watching this fight, there's no reason Harrison should have been a minus 900, minus 1,000 favorite because Vieira was giving her a run for her money. Actually had her stumbled in the second round with some elbows. Knocked a huge knot out of this bitch's head. I'm talking hematoma like crazy.
Yeah.
And to Harrison's corner's credit, they did what they were supposed to do in between rounds because when she came out, you could see it was still there, but it wasn't nothing near as what it was. They got it nice and flat and treated it proper. I want to say she actually busted Harrison open in the third too with some of them elbows, had her leaking.
Good. She needs it. She's never had to actually face anybody who put up a fight. She needs some shit like that.
Well, no, and to be fair, it ended in a decision. Harrison got the dub. And in the post-fight, she said, hey, this was a tough fight, but this is what I signed up for. I want to be challenged. I don't want it to be easy. This is why I came to the UFC, was to have some people challenge me, for there to be some competition. There was a lot of jawing back and forth between these two leading up to the fight. They kind of squashed it in cage, hugged it out. I think they both got each other's respect. Kayla's proved that she can be here and fight at the top levels of the division. Personally, I feel like she's getting a title shot next. And she's probably going to be Anu. I have not.
Her and Pena were beefing.
Yeah.
Quite a bit. Her and Juliana.
Yeah. No, it's
that too.
Well, and I'm gonna get to that when we cover the co-main. Next up, though, we'll touch lightly on this. It was a middleweight bout. Roman Dolidze, who was he's coming into his own against a very entertaining fighter in Kevin Holland. This one only lasted one round because about 3 minutes or so in, maybe a couple minutes in, Dolidze went for the takedown, got the takedown, was controlling position. And as Holland was trying to transition to get into a better position, his rib popped. I don't know if he pulled a ligament or if he broke a rib, but he reacted instantly and
it was some crazy
fought,
shit.
Fought like hell to even make it to the bell to get back to his corner. And then when he got back to his corner, he's like he was fucked up.
Right.
He was hurt. He didn't want to quit, but as his corner's like, do you want to go in or do you want, like, should we call this? He goes, I don't want to, I want to keep going. And his corner did the smart thing.
And it was like, no, preserve the fighter.
Yep. And so, TKO at the end of round one. Roman Dolidze got the dub. It was good, and Holland was actually kind of piecing him on the feet. That's why Dolidze had to go in for the shoot. Got the takedown though, and yeah, it was decent. And Dolidze had a good performance, and you can't knock Dolidze because Holland got injured. Dolidze did what he had to do, and I think that Dolidze is going to make a push to try to get into that top 5 of middleweight, and I think he might do it just with how he's been fighting lately. He's let me see here. What's his official record? Yeah, 14-3. He's got the win over Anthony Smith at the heavyweight bout that they had back. I think it was at 303.
Yeah.
Imavov, Nasruddin had a dub over him. It was a decision victory over 5 rounds back in February. He's got a loss to Vittori as well, but he's beat Hermanson. He's beat Hawes. He's beat Dawkins, Staropoli, and Giles, I think, got the dub over him. So, yeah, all 3 of his losses come in the UFC and against some good competition. But he's currently ranked 9. I say give him somebody in the top 5 next. Why not?
Yeah, do that shit.
Next fight on the card, and hence the a.k.a. Mario Bautista nickname for the night. Jose Aldo versus Mario Bautista. This was a little bit of a robbery.
Yeah.
It went to a decision, and for the better part of the last round and a half, and basically throughout the entire fight, Bautista attempted 12 takedowns, maybe 15. Got zilch, 0. No takedowns.
And just laid on this Nick.
Like literally pushed him against the cage and kept trying for the takedowns. And when he couldn't get the takedowns, he just applied pressure on the side of the cage, kept his head pushed up into his neck, had good head position, but wasn't really doing much with it. Because anytime they would get back to space, Aldo would start to piece him up, would start to hit him with these combos. Actually, he had him rocked a couple times throughout the fight. But somehow this stalling on the cage and getting the 0 takedowns somehow earned this motherfucker a dub. And he said after the fact, and I know I'm not the only one, the entire fucking arena was booing this guy.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Literally one of the most boring fights I've seen this year, the most boring fight on this card for sure. And he had no shame in it. Just do what I had to do to beat a champion. No, you didn't beat him, dude. You pulled a Tim Sylvia, and you just didn't lose. Like that was one. Like to this day, still don't like Tim Sylvia because 9 times out of 10 when this motherfucker fought, he didn't fight to win. He fought not to lose.
Yeah.
And that's what Bautista did, and Twitter let him have it, basically saying, hey, I hope you enjoy fighting in the Apex the rest of your career because you ain't getting nowhere with that style. Like, I don't care if you beat number 1 ranked. Dude, ain't nobody trying to watch this stalling shit. Dana White at the post-fight conference said judges need to get it through their heads and refs too. When somebody is constantly doing the same thing to stall or to not fight, you need to break them up. You need to reset them. That's when you reset them.
Right.
You don't let them sit and lay and fucking stall and not fight. Because that's what Bautista did.
Bautista.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
No. That's a good one.
Yeah, no, I thought that was the bars right there. It was actually I was almost what was the first one? I almost did was Flautista. But I figured Bautista was a little better. Co-main event of the evening, though, you had the champion, Raquel Pennington.
Yo!
Versus
Juliana Penis.
Yeah, I changed my name to Juliet because she looks like a man.
Yo. No. Did you see her at the weigh-in with that Chicago ass shit on?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I said this bitch is really from Chicago, fam, because she thinks that shit is hot. with the man ass legs and them wedges.
But this was the co-main event for the women's bantamweight title. This division's kind of fizzled out a little bit since somebody hung their gloves and strap on up and went to go live in life.
Best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep her down.
Oh, beat me to it. Fuck.
But this was this again. It ended in a decision, and again, from what I've seen from both of these fighters, it's not very surprising. Actually, in my parlays, I built. I had to rebuild because that Jose Aldo fight fucking busted my main card parlay. If that would have hit, I would have made some bank. But I threw together a little 2-fight parlay for the co-main and main event. I picked Pena by decision and I picked Poatan by knockout. But Pena and Raquel Pennington. So I'm gonna give you my breakdown at least as far as how I scored each round. Rounds 1, 2, and 3, I gave to Pena. Round 1 was close, but for the first 2 minutes of that fight, neither one of them did jack shit but kind of dance around. Nobody threw nothing until at least a minute and a half in, and then Pena threw the first strike. Pennington landed 2 punches that entire round, got taken down and controlled with some ground and pound. And yet all the Twitter judges were saying, oh, round 1, Pennington. Round 1 for the champ. And I'm like, I quit looking at the ticker of the Twitter judges when they're doing it during the card because half of you motherfuckers don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Y'all too sauced up over there. You got tons of focusing on one fucking fighter. And y'all just
they're basically just tweeting who's in their parlay. They don't really care who actually won. They're just tweeting who they bet on.
Mm-hmm.
So can judges drink and
whoever
shit?
I bet on.
On Twitter, they can't.
Oh, you said Twitter judges.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, damn, the judges can be drunk and shit.
That would be fire, dude. I'd be applying right now.
Hell no.
But I had the first 3 rounds for the challenger for Pena, and round 2 and round 3 were stronger than round 1. I get why people thought round 1 could be a toss-up. But then round 4 came out. Pennington rocked Juliana, actually dropped her. But then didn't do nothing with it. Didn't apply pressure. The entire fight, Joe, DC, Anik were all calling for Pennington to start implementing kicks. Go to the legs. Juliana stands kind of flat-footed and in a position where that leg was there to be chopped at. And Pennington just didn't do nothing with the leg kicks. I think if she would have implemented the leg kicks throughout this fight,
nobody did, and that's what I was mad at.
Yep. And then round 5. So round 4 and round 5, I gave to the champion. And a close round 1 that I gave to Pena. Ended up going to a judges scorecard, split decision victory, and new women's bantamweight champion, Juliana, the Venezuelan vixen, Pena. And they got it right. But you have everybody on TikTok, you have everybody on the comments on Facebook, anywhere that they announced this or had the decision, everybody's talking about how Pennington got robbed. No, she didn't. Go back and watch that first round again, because that's really what it came down to. And it was 2 judges had it for Pena, 1 judge had it for Pennington. And again, I personally, everybody that I was watching the fight with, we had the first 3 rounds for Pena, hands down. I said
everyone
going
was
into
a loser
round 4,
in this fight.
Yeah, I said going into round 4, Pennington needs a finish. And she almost got it, but then she didn't keep the pressure on when she did have her hurt. And she lost her belt because of it. And she was saw after. I think she ended her post-fight interview with, well, now y'all get to hear her. Now you get to hear her mouth a lot. Well, y'all both have been mouthing off, and you came up short. Go back to the board, grow from it, learn from it, go fight, and get back to that spot. If that's really where you think you belong, you should have no challenge getting another dub or 2, and then
she's gonna get back to yapping, dude. That's what she's gonna do. She's gonna get back to yapping real quick.
Well, she said that she'd been wanting that fight for a decade plus because they were roommates on The Ultimate Fighter, and they kind of butted heads. Like Pena kind of confided in her to start out the season, and then Pennington basically, I guess, started talking shit or bad mouthing her, and it soured. So they finally got to fight. They were actually scheduled to fight several years ago, and I think Pennington got injured. So she had to pull out, and it just never came. So this was her first shot at actually getting a fighter, and she came up short. And it wasn't a robbery.
If I wasn't worried about getting more copyright strikes, I'd add it to the soundboard, dude. Just that the entire chorus of that song. Hose mad, hose mad, hose mad, hose mad. Times 24.
He said times 20.
But yeah, no, a close fight, but not a robbery. And if anybody wants to jump in and comment and argue it, please show me where I'm wrong, because I know I'm right on this one. Going now to the main event of the evening, we had Alex Pereira versus Khalil Roundtree Jr.
Real life ogre versus TJ combo, fam.
Man, so this was a fucking fight, and I'm a pull my stream back really quick just so y'all can see. Yes, this dude went from changing tires.
My bad.
This dude went from changing tires to changing faces.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Man. So
he will beat your ass with a tire now.
I bet he would kill someone in one shot with a tire iron, dude.
Man.
He's scary, but I don't think he's as scary as Mike Tyson.
No, Mike was a different beast. Mike was doing this in his early 20s.
Right.
Yeah, I'm mostly more scared of Mike because I feel like he's more mentally unstable and more liable to like snap. Whereas Poton's a little stoic.
I don't know if this is a testament to like the type of people I've been around, but I guess I've always been around like mentally different people, and you know what I'm saying, and known people like that. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so like, yeah, that I guess I can't say that wasn't part of it. It was, but I think for me, what it was is like you saw how focused this nigga got when he started doing the shit he was doing, and like nothing could break him of that. Like that was the scary shit. That like some juggernaut shit. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Yeah, I was thinking more of like the context of like if I was talking to Alex and we had a differing opinion, I wouldn't be scared to tell him that, but I probably would be to Mike Tyson. I'd be like, "You're right, Mike."
Yeah,
on everything.
But yeah, no, this actually lived up more to the hype that I thought it would have gone. Like I definitely, I don't know, I'm not betting against Poatan. First of all, that's my guy.
Hell no.
I will be, but it takes the right opponent.
No, for real. And stylistically, this is one of the worst matchups.
We got a Dirks.
Oh, what's up, Dirks?
Oh, hell yeah. Welcome, friend.
Word up. Right here, Dirkus.
Oh, hey, and so during the whole fight card, too, we was over at my pop's house. They got 2 Yorkies. And Jax, he found out really quick. Like, so my dad's dog, Jackson, this motherfucker is just, he's something else. Like, you'll be sitting watching shit, and he'll come up to you, he'll throw his toy at you, and then he'll,
yeah.
Like, will not leave you alone. Like, no, bro, it's time to play.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go. And then as soon as you reach for it, he instantly got it.
Yeah, no, he don't know how to play right. He thinks that to play, you play keep away. It's not fetch. It's you got to get this from me, and I'm not letting go. Like, you can pick this dog up off the ground, and he will hold the toy.
No.
So he wants to play tug of war, not fetch.
Yep. But he likes fetch too, because he'll go get it. But once he has it, he doesn't give it up.
Right.
That's funny.
And then he'll get tired and he'll lay down next to you. And if you move wrong, he'll growl at you.
Yeah.
Like this, he's the weirdest dog. I love him. I actually had to dog sit both of them for the 2 weeks my parents was out in SoCal, and so I had him over here. And I'd work my 8-hour shift. I get done with it. I go sit down, and then this motherfucker's barking at me to play. And I'm like, bro, I just worked the whole day, and now I got to entertain you? This is bullshit. Right. But now they've been gone this week, and I don't know what to do with myself. Like, I'm like, man, I could play some tug of war right now.
Yeah, I got time.
Yep. But this fight was entertaining. It actually ended up getting fight of the night honors, and for good reason. Khalil fucking Roundtree Jr. brought the fight to Poatan.
And I feel like was the closest one to get there outside of like Izzy doing it, of course, but like since he's moved up too.
Yeah. Well, hey, and to be fair, the Jan Blachowicz fight was pretty close. That ended in a split decision actually for Poatan. It just so happened to take place at the same venue too in Salt Lake City. So
crazy.
Both fighters though were smart. They both got out there 2 or 3 weeks before the card to acclimate to the altitude, get that in. The first 2 rounds actually were really close, and from the sounds of it, the judges, all 3 judges had it going into the 3rd round or going into the 4th round. All had it 29-28 for Roundtree.
Right.
Round 3 though is where it kind of started to change momentum. In round 1, Khalil was fast, was getting off some good shots. Poatan was doing what Poatan does. He was stalking him down. He was making reads. I think he had the better octagon.
Yo, that's a cold ass corn.
Has that said that this whole night?
No, I've been changing it.
You've been changing it, everyone. Yo, that's a good gay corn name.
But first round was close. I could see how the judges might have given that first round to Roundtree personally. I gave the first round to Poatan. I gave the second round to Roundtree because Pereira attempted a high kick or like a spinning kick, and as he came down, he lost balance and turned his back. And as he did, Khalil threw a overhand right. Didn't even catch. He caught him like on it, like with his wrist.
Yeah.
But still kind of rocked him, got him to drop. I don't know if he really was hurt, or if he was off balance. But he stumbled. He didn't fully go down. Popped right back up. Had a stone face like Alex does. And then I think also in round 2, he caught Alex with a front kick to the midsection and actually had him hurt. I watched Pereira go back, like kind of brace himself against the back of the cage. And I think if Roundtree would have really pressured him there, he might have gotten him out of there because he was hurt, at least for a few seconds. He got through the second round, though, and then in the third round is really where it started to kind of the momentum shifted. Poatan really started implementing that the leg kick, the left leg kick to the right leg of Roundtree. And anybody who's watched Poatan fight knows this dude, you don't see the kicks coming. There's no telegraphing. There's no moving of the shoulders. Like anything this dude throws, he does such a good job at masking it. I don't think Khalil knew what to expect. And really, them low kicks is kind of what opened up everything. Because after he got the leg kicks working, he started implementing his jab, which personally I feel like that is one of Poatan's most underrated skills is his jab.
Yeah.
People don't talk about it, but that shit, it hits hard. Getting towards the end of the third round, I actually thought that Poatan was going to do enough to get him out in the third, but Khalil just being game, he got through it, got to his corner. His corner was trying to help him and tell him what he needed to do, but by that point, I feel like he was too compromised. Come the fourth round, about a minute in, Alex hit the flow state, like literally turned into Muhammad Ali because everything Roundtree was throwing, he was ducking back and firing back with counters and connecting. Had Khalil stumbled and actually with about 2 minutes left, had him really hurt where I'm like, oh, this shit's going to be done in 10 seconds. But no, it took another minute and a half of pressure and shots to finally get him. And I was watching this not only with Dre, but my son was sitting there watching. And this entire fight, my son's going, he needs to throw the uppercut. He needs to throw the uppercut. And I said, bro, you've been saying that all night. You just want to see an uppercut.
Yeah.
But then what we started calling for too, I was like, nah, bro, this dude he's throwing everything up top. He needs to invest in the body. He goes to the body, and it's a done deal. It's like the spirits of Poatan was chilling in our living room because motherfucking not even a minute later, he goes, body, uppercut. And fucking that was it. 30 seconds left in the fourth round TKO. And still light heavyweight champion, Alex Pereira. For bonus fight of the night bonus, both of these motherfuckers got a bonus and for good reason. Khalil is legit.
Yeah.
I
I believe had that been anybody else other than Poatan, Khalil might be the champion right now.
Yep. I agree. Also, on a notable mention, anyways, Jamal Hill was in the crowd, and his reaction to the fight, he goes, like it was boring, and it looked like one of the face suckers from Alien. That's what it looked like, because he wasn't doing a proper yawn. It was like something was ready to fucking bite his face.
Hell no.
But yeah, he's been on record saying it's boring. Poatan actually got asked a question about Jamal Hill's reaction during his post-fight press conference.
Right.
And he goes, "Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even know he was here." It's like he might not even know he was here until after the fight. Was he just now waking up from 300?
Oh, yo.
Cooked his ass.
With the serious face, too.
Yeah. And one thing, too, that I think Jamal needs to take some notes on, that when, this is how you own losing a fight. You go the Roundtree route, man. Nothing but being humble, being grateful, and accepting it. Yeah. He did not argue about it. He said, I had a good first couple rounds, but he got me. And I'll tell you what, I'm not even mad. I'm grateful to be here. I'm so happy I got to share this cage with this phenomenal fighter. I'm not done. I just wanted to prove to y'all I deserve to be here. And he did that. His stock went up so much in my book and most of the community's book just because of what kind of game he brought to that fight. He didn't quit on himself. He went out on his shield. And he gave Poatan one of the toughest tests he's had at light heavyweight. But in the press conference too, Poatan did address this makes a lot more sense to me now knowing kind of what was going on. He had issues even getting his visa to get into the country. He had a hurt rib going into this fight along. I guess his toe's still fucked up from 303.
Yeah.
And basically, did you notice how in between rounds this dude was hacking up a lung? Yeah, he was coughing. In between every round was like there was something fucked up with him. He had a viral infection or something, had been on antibiotics up until about a week prior to the fight. So I feel like that's also why he might have had the slow start or kind of paced himself until he knew it was go time. And even, dealing with all of that shit. And I know every fighter is dealing with something going into most fights. It's just the nature of the fight game. But to be dealing with everything that he was dealing with, I guess he didn't even really have a full fight camp. He flew Strickland out to Utah to spar with him. And that's what his training camp was for this fight. And he still pulled it out. He still got the dub. He still got the finish. He has now had 3 title defenses in 7 months. 7 months. And got 3 title defenses. This dude is I guarantee you that when this guy hangs his gloves up, he is first ballot Hall of Famer and going on that GOAT list for what he has done in this sport in the amount of time. He still ain't even been in the UFC full 3 years yet.
Right.
It took Conor 8 or 6 fights to get to champion status. It took Izzy 8 fights to get to champion status. Alex Pereira has got to double champ status in 8 fucking UFC fights.
To be fair, they brought him in wanting him to go fight Izzy the champion. So they're going to fast track him there.
Yeah, but fast track or not, even if they hand these out, you still have to go out there. You still have to get the dub.
But you've also got the Tony Fergusons and the Bilal Muhammads that win like 9 fights in a row and never get a shot.
No, you're right.
Because they don't have that. They don't have the storyline.
Well, hey, and look, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Bilal had to wait.
For sure.
Had to get them 9 fights with the unbeaten streak because of the eye poke no decision, but still ain't been beaten a decade. Finally got a shot, and he's the fucking champion now.
Yeah.
It also sounds like I have a feeling that we're gonna get one more fight from Poatan at light heavyweight. I think it's gonna be the winner of Rakic and Ankalaev because they're fighting here. Is it the Abu Dhabi card? Let me double check this because we got some fire cards coming up. Yes, the October 26th card, UFC 308, Rakic versus Ankalaev in United Arab Emirates. It's not even Abu Dhabi. It's United Arab Emirates. I think the winner of that is going to get the next shot at Pereira at light heavyweight, and if he gets whoever he fights next at light heavyweight, if he beats them, he's basically cleared out the division already. They're at least out the top 5s.
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi's the capital of the United Arab Emirates.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. You sure about that?
I mean, hey, you should fact check me right here, right now, bro. I think you should fact check me right now, just in case.
I believe it because Yas Island is Abu Dhabi, and that's where it's at, and they're calling it United Arab, West United Arab Emirates. So you're probably right.
Yeah, I don't know. I just went to Google and it said that. I could.
I just went to Google.
But I think whoever he fights next, if he beats him, he's moving up to heavyweight and he's fighting for the strap up there. They're gonna give this motherfucker a chance to become the first ever 3-division champion of the sport.
I want to see him fight John Jones. Actually, I want to see him fight Curtis Blades first, and then if he wins, I want to see him fight John Jones.
You want to see him fight Curtis Blades?
Yeah, because I think Curtis Blades will win.
Man.
Oh shit! Wait, that's the nigga that banned you?
No,
that's Chris Curtis. They are both
always
Curtises,
do
though.
that. I'll get them two mixed up, just like the NCAA and the NAACP.
Man, that's just great. But yeah, let's just looking ahead. We have 2 fight night cards, and then we have UFC 308. Our new dynamic. I don't know if you know this because you've been gone. You ain't been doing shit here. But how we run this shit right now.
It's your shit to run.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. But what we're doing, at least for the time being, until stuff settles down, we're basically just going on after pay-per-views now at this point. We usually go on a week prior to the pay-per-views just to preview it a week out, and then we go on after the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
We preview anyways and let people know the fight nights that are happening in between now and the pay-per-views. We actually, like I said, have 2 fight nights going on or happening. One this upcoming weekend or Saturday on the 12th. This is at the Apex. Main event is Brandon Raw Dog ROYVAL versus motherfucking Tatsuro TAIRA.
Yo, undefeated Tatsuro TAIRA.
Bro, I'm surprised they're giving this to us on a fight night card.
Yeah.
Like that's love right there. And
something about somebody having an O just makes it like at least 25% more interesting.
Oh yeah, yep. Well, because it's on the line, like
right.
Oh,
there's something at stake. A lot of these, I don't know what to call them besides low profile fights. The reason they're low profile is because there's not a lot at stake, I guess. But when you got the O at stake, any fight could be a big fight.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. But
also, it pisses me off. I was looking at the rankings earlier. Do you know fucking Paddy Pimblett is ranked number 15?
Yep.
What a load of shit. When was the last time he fought?
He said, what a load of shit.
Well, no, it's because he took Bobby Green's number.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And I'm not even a Paddy fan like that, but I'll give him credit because, I mean, fucking King Green played right into his hand. He did the one thing that you didn't want to do with Paddy, and that's grapple. And he got choked the fuck out because of it.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Paddy fan either, but one of the funniest things I think I've ever heard him say when he's like, it's like, imagine being 40 and changing a name to King. It's fucking embarrassing, lad.
Hell no.
I just, bro, maybe it's the difference in cultures. I just can't take any English person fucking serious when they're talking shit.
I loved it. I don't know.
It's comical. It's like I couldn't even I wouldn't even be scared to square up because I'm like, bro, don't even know how to talk shit right. Like,
plus, you don't know how to fight pugilistically.
Did I ever send that Finding Nemo clip to the group chat?
I don't think so.
It's fucking Nemo talking to Dory, and he says, "Do you know where my dad is?" And Conor McGregor's face is over Dory's face, and it's like a Photoshop video of his face, and he says, "The person you were looking for, or when the person you were looking for showed up, you took a shit on the back of the bus. So shut your fucking mouth." to Nemo.
No. Hell no.
I'm like, oh, poor Nemo.
Bro, so the only ranked fighters on this next fight night is the main event. You got number 1 ranked ROYVAL versus number 5 ranked TAIRA.
Crazy.
Yeah. So while we taking a look at it, y'all got the fight card pulled up, because if not, you might want to do that so we can lock in 3 weeks worth of parlays while we sitting here.
Damn. Okay. A lot of, yeah. Let me pull up the old fucking DK,
He
dude.
said, damn, okay.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Right. Cannon.
Hell no.
Now that's one of my favorite skits. They had fucking McLovin in the booth, like he was the fucking voiceover guy dropping.
Oh shit, one of the Taffa bros is on here.
Yeah, Luigi Taffa. Yeah. I think I'm taking Njokuani, man.
You going in Njokuani, okay. I hate doing this because I really like the guy, but give me TAIRA.
TAIRA. Who the fuck is that guy? Oh, okay, never mind. I see. Hey, he's minus 290, so you're on the right track, I think.
Okay.
At least he ain't minus 1,400.
Right?
Yeah, I'd be picking
Oh,
his
they call
ass.
him Taylor Harrison.
Let's see.
Or fucking your son.
She said that was the first bitch to make her nose bloody. It's
Yeah.
also the first bitch to take you to decision.
Mm-hmm.
What was going on? You walked through Holly Holm.
Holly Holm also ain't been the Holly Holm we
These are facts.
knew from like 5 years ago either.
I'm gonna go with Sean Sharaf.
Where is that?
Very first fight, second fight, third fight, very early on the card. Maybe not. Maybe I'm. Yeah, it's on the prelim.
Oh, you betting against Tafa?
I am.
Okay.
I like the Tafa Bros, but oh, whoops.
Well, no, hey, and that to be fair, I fuck with Brandon Royval, and I think TAIRA's gonna get this. TAIRA's been very impressive, still undefeated.
According to Vegas, I'm a fucking idiot.
Why is that?
He's like plus 260.
Who?
Sharaf.
Oh, on the UFC site, they got Sharaf at minus 360.
What?
Yeah, no, what it is, bro, it's the buyers. It's who's picking him. It skews the numbers.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And
I wish it would show you what the line opened at.
I think
yep,
the thing,
you're exactly
the
right.
thing that's kind of gonna be it could go either way. This dude's only 4-0, but he's undefeated.
Right.
But only got 4 pro fights. And he fighting Junior Tafa, who is, I guess, 5-3, so he's got twice as many pro fights.
Yep.
And already has UFC experience. So next card, bro, this is a banger of a main event too. You got Anthony Fluffy Hernandez versus Michel Pereira. Number 14 versus number 13. Y'all need to fucking start putting fights with a couple more rankings in between. I hate this. Oh, I beat you. Let's flip-flop numbers so I can move up a spot and you can move down a spot.
Maybe they just need a paycheck.
Yeah, hey, and to be fair, both of these guys are fucking savages. I fucks with Pereira. I fucks with fucking Hernandez. Like, this is going to be a good fight.
Ooh, the first fight of that card is Austin Lane and Robelis Despain. Baseball pitcher Despain.
Wait, where'd Despain come from? I know him.
The
Cuba.
Dominican dude, ain't he?
Cuban.
Ain't he Dominican or like?
Yeah, I definitely. Is he real tall and like? Is he
with
heavyweight?
blonde hair.
Yeah, he's like
the heavyweight Yoel.
Yeah,
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I've definitely seen this guy's name. Does he have like some crazy highlights or something?
He like baseball punched a motherfucker like.
His first fight in the UFC lasted 18 seconds, and like his 3 fights prior to that was like a combined of like 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah. I remember their little like thing for him.
He got completely outclassed by Cortez Acosta, who basically just took him down and didn't do much, but got the decision because Despain couldn't get out of his guard.
Right.
But now he's gonna be fighting Austin Lane, and from my understanding, Austin's more of a stand-up fighter.
Yeah, he's a stand-up dude.
Man.
And then they got 2 female fights back to back. 3 female fights.
Man.
Damn.
And then Brad Katona.
And then
Brad
Katona.
Why do they
so who y'all picking on that one?
What?
Let's see.
Who y'all gonna grab on that one?
I think I'm grabbing Kyler Phillips in the co-main.
Okay.
Hey, what's that nigga named Sue Maderji? He on that shit.
Yep. Okay, I like that. He's fighting. Okay, he's fighting Font. Yeah, I would pick Phillips in that spot too. What about you, Paul?
I'm scoping the scene real quick.
because before I was gonna pick that first fight because I really don't know who's gonna get it, but I feel like Despain gonna pull it out.
See, whenever I don't know who to pick, like if I don't see anyone that I know I think is gonna win, I look for who I know sucks and I bet against them. So that's what I'm looking for right now. I'm like, who sucks the worst that I know of? Oh shit. Okay.
Brad Katona.
Yeah, I was literally about to bet against him. Actually, you're correct. How'd you know? Because he's 15-0.
So you going with Matsumoto?
Yep.
Jean Matsumoto.
And just to throw a little bit of equality in there, give me Jocelyn Edwards.
I almost bet against her too. I love her though because she looks almost exactly like the bartender from Letterkenny.
That's funny.
All right, we're locked in for plus 171. This one's decent. This one's not super juicy, but not an easy pick either.
No.
Gotcha. So I've got the official updated tallies here. And the Parlay Pals Championship Title run for 2024. 33 fights into the year. 33 cards into the year. We got Cornbread on top with a tally of 22 dubs to 11 losses. I'm in second place with 21 dubs and 12 losses. And then I believe, Paul, you are sitting, I think, at 19.
Whack. He said whack.
Hey, but it's still anybody's championship.
We're way closer than we were.
Well, and we within that range. Like even with what's announced so far left in the year, we have these two cards.
We got 308, 309, a couple fight nights.
Yeah, no, there's probably another 10 or 11 cards gonna be on this year for sure.
Once there's only a couple left, I'm gonna be like, best 2 years out of 3. We can't stop now.
Oh, hey, and the new rule too. We was kicking around is with these parlays, you can double up on points if you pick the fighter and the method. But if the method ends different than what you picked, you get nada. Or you might lose a point. We haven't figured that out yet because we got to make it interesting.
Okay, so right now they still got Jones and Stipe in November.
Yep.
For 309. All right.
And then really quick too, while we here, because again, we got the 2 fight cards, and then obviously what everybody's waiting for, this is one of the months we get 2 pay-per-views in the month. And that is UFC 308, October 26th. Like I said, Yas Island, United Arab Emirates. Main event is a banger of a fight. We've got Max Holloway taking on undefeated Ilia Topuria for the featherweight championship.
Word up.
Co-main event is Robert Whitaker and Hamzat Chimaev. If he shows up.
If he shows up.
We also got Lerone Murphy versus Dan Ige, Magomed Ankalaev versus Alexander Rakic, Shara Bullet Magomedov versus Armin Petrosyan. Main event of the prelims is Jeff Neal versus Rafael Dos Santos, Matus Rebecki versus Orolabi or
Damn, that's a crazy one. Miktebek.
Yeah.
I think it's Miktebek.
Miktebek, yep. Saeed Namagameda versus Daniel Santos. Abis Magomedov versus Bruno Ferreira. Bro, this is a stacked ass card.
Yeah, it is. I was just thinking that, dude.
They're getting paid that Arab money. This is why it's so stacked. It's in
that Arab money.
You're probably right.
Bro, no,
did you see where the lead like? This is gonna end up being like politically incorrect, but I really don't. It's just because I don't know. Like the fucking, I think his name's like Turkey Al-Hishi or something like that. The guy who's going to start putting on all the boxing pay-per-views for $20. Did you see that?
Yeah, I'd seen that that's what they were planning on doing.
I hope they do that. I'll fucking watch some boxing pay-per-views for $20.
Well, and I'm hoping it makes UFC competitive, or we get back down to, you know, even $60 pay-per-views I'd be cool with.
Right.
This $80 per card shit, it's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm too broke to be a fan of this sport.
Right? So did y'all notice though UFC 308? What did y'all notice about that lineup?
Stacked.
Yeah.
Well, other than
A lot of
that,
wrestling.
other than that,
let me see.
A lot of V's.
Yeah, there's an Ankalaev, a Magomedov, a Rakic, a Volkov.
There's a lot of V's.
you said a lot of V's? No. There's they're missing a lot of V's because there's no vagina on that card.
Oh no! Yeah, that makes sense. I'm wondering why that is. Just kidding.
I wonder why.
That's crazy, actually, dude. I forget about stuff like that. That's crazy. I wonder, like, if I was a woman UFC fighter, I might be pissed.
But they're gonna do what they're gonna do over in United Arab Emirates. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
As we disagree with it here, that's their fucking country.
No, yeah, for real. I just like imagine if your boss was like, you can't get paid because you're just not allowed to take your fucking hood off here. Sorry.
Y'all can fight on this card, but y'all need to be wearing garbs the entire time.
That would be crazy.
No.
Yeah,
one of them punches the other one's garb off, and they just hang her on the side of the octagon.
So yeah, UFC 309, Jones and Stipe still scheduled to fight. You also got, they just recently announced Charles to Bronx Oliveira versus Michael Chandler. I'm happy Chandler's finally fucking gonna fight somebody and quit waiting for this washed up has-been marketing dude, because that's all he's doing at this point. It's this motherfucker's dangling a carrot in front of casuals' faces like, am I gonna fight? Am I not? Am I gonna fight or am I gonna go do blow? My money's on the ladder.
See, if he was a real OG like John Jones, he would do coke and then still win.
See, he would sandblast hookers and then fuck you up.
Yeah.
We also got this is, I think, the first.
Did you say sandblast hookers?
Yes.
That's fucking hilarious. I've never heard that, dude. I've never heard that in my life. I'm stealing the fuck out of that.
He said you take it like this and like that dart on Ace Ventura thing.
Well, and I can't take credit for it. I want to say that's what DC told Jones in one of their pre-fight week lead-ups. He's like, hey, I like sandblasting hookers in 1 week and then fighting the next. He goes, yep, and I did it the weekend before I beat your ass the first time.
Yo.
The only time John Jones was ever actually authentic and everybody loved him for it.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, we get like you trying to be like, and I get you trying to be a better person. I can respect that too. But when like, I don't know, I
should do the opposite.
I
should actually be good and act bad instead of be bad and act good. Yeah, for sure.
First true test though, Bo Nichols' career is going to come at UFC 309. They got him in there against Paul Craig.
Paul Craig, that ain't going to be no easy shit.
No, I still think he comes out with the dub though.
Me too. I feel like wrestling is like the fucking trump card for jiu-jitsu, unfortunately. Historically, not all the time, but like tended.
They definitely they're like the mongoose and the cobra.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hold up here.
Because
unless you
like literally, if you think about it, that's why there's an octagon. It's for them niggas. Because everybody else, stand-up motherfuckers, kickboxing, like they got a ring, so they know boundaries, right? But the reason it's solid like that is because motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? Only jiu-jitsu motherfuckers use that shit, the wall a certain way, different than wrestlers do.
Makes
They
sense. Yeah,
counteracts
actually.
each other almost. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then them Russian niggas just be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that, but mostly with your legs too."
Yeah, their like system's crazy. They hold you down with their legs so they can keep punching you while they're holding you down.
Yeah.
Freaking kebab.
Hold up. So
Did you see that Amanda Nunes says, Dana, call me?
Yeah. Yep.
That should be
Oh,
interesting.
let's touch on that real quick too. In Juliana Pena's post-fight interview, both in cage and out of the cage, like at the actual conference, she's avoiding Harrison. She's calling for the trilogy fight with Nunes.
Yeah,
I would too. I would too.
I would too.
Actually, those are both scary.
Yeah, well, and I was like, to be honest, if I'm speaking honestly, I feel like she's gonna get herself fucked up one way or another. Probably worse by Nunes, even being off for the past year and a half.
I think Nunes beats Harrison as much as I like Harrison. I don't think she's got the experience.
Yeah, after watching her fight Vieira too, I think I might agree with you.
Right.
I don't know if she's ready for that. So, and just to clarify, so for next week's fight night, we got TAIRA, was it Njokuani, and then Sharaf?
Let me fucking pull it up. I got them all locked in on DraftKings. Just to make sure. All right, we've got TAIRA, Sharaf, and Njokuani.
Okay.
Word.
And then for the Hernandez Pereira fight card, we got Phillips,
Matsumoto, and Edwards. I saw a video of fucking Yuri Prohaska training like some karate with like a kung fu master or something. And one of the top comments was like, "This is why this guy keep losing. He wants to train like Rob Claude Van Damme instead of being like an actual fighter."
Rob Claude Van Damme.
Whatever the fuck his name is, I can't remember.
The fuck up, fam. That shit is funny.
And before we sign off, because we already a minute or hour and 46 minutes into this shit, 308 picks.
Oh shit!
308 picks. Dodge Ram. What's that? Max Holloway and them niggas.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! I don't know nobody on here.
Oh, you should know everybody on here, at least the main card.
Is it October 19th? Is that the one?
October 26th.
Like I said, it's a lot of V's and W's, M's and G's.
A lot of V's with no V's.
Give me that nigga Renat, fam.
Hey, you're gonna have to forward that video to the podcast chat. He caught O'Leary on a football interview.
Oh yeah, fam.
It up.
Yep.
What happened?
So we didn't know, but like, so you know, it was talking about Megan O'Leary, and of course I'm
mad, the claw, yes.
Yeah, she don't do it no more, but that ain't it though.
But what I was telling Dre prior to this card, I said no, I was watching football. And it wasn't the Packers game. It was just another game I was randomly watching, and they had O'Leary on the sidelines doing correspondence, and I said, oh shit.
And she was in like a white Fox Sports shirt and shit. And so I'm watching like the end of the Bears game because I'm up recording with Deezy and shit. And so we back and forth. And the Bears end up winning and she down there interviewing the motherfuckers. And I'm like, oh, it's your boy. He flew from Utah last night to work, nigga.
Yeah.
Damn.
She was at Soldier Field, nigga, like noon. Just out there. I'm here with Caleb Williams right now, and clawing it up too.
She's got a real long pinky, dude. Because if I try to claw, my fingers have to curl in order to claw properly.
She claws it up for Fox Sports now. That's where the claw.
Oh, okay. She's holding out.
Yeah, that's
they paying her the claw bucks.
I'll take her spot.
Hell no.
So I'm probably playing with fire here on this third parlay go, but I'm gonna lock mine in first. Give me the Blessed Express.
The Blessed Express.
Max Holloway.
I said,
Max
give me
Holloway.
Renat.
Oh yeah, Renat. Is that his first name? I was trying to find him, and I missed it.
Yeah. Fakhreddinov or whatever.
Is that's your pick?
Yeah.
Where is this motherfucker? Oh, there he is. Okay, he's fighting Ruzaboyev too. Man, that's gonna be. Man, he is heavily favored.
Who's he fighting? Oh, I see. Never mind. Yeah. Okay.
Ruzaboyev.
So now I have to pick. Oh no, the pressure.
I'm picking the co-main to go over 1.5.
Yeah, dude, I'm picking a point. I'm doing a point spread.
You would.
Dude, maybe I'll just double up and accidentally fucking pick Petrosian again because I think he's Sarukian. Man, I don't want to take the easy way out, but like Ankalaev is definitely who I'm thinking. Oh shit, bro. Ah, fuck. All right.
Well,
Are we already juiced?
You going to share a bullet again?
No. We're pretty juiced, so I don't know if I should play it safe.
Well, we're juiced because I picked the only fucking dog.
Not anymore, bro. I'm going with Robert Whittaker.
Hey, I like it. I fucking like it. Bobby Knuckles.
Bobby Knuckles.
Dude, every time I've
Robert Whittaker.
Every time I pick against Kamzat, dude, he fucking beats the dog shit out of these people. I hope he doesn't do it again.
Hey, he got to make it into the cage, man. And every fight, like his past 3 fights that have been over there, he's fucking pulled out. I know this dude ain't got no fucking kids because his pull-out game is strong.
Got him. Bro, have you seen that new KSI song that's going like viral or whatever?
No.
I'm sorry that I even mentioned it. That dude is getting. I've never seen so many people hate on a song though. Like it's not great, but it's not that bad.
Right.
I'm scared to even click it. I be letting my son pick songs on my playlist on Apple Music or like just randomly. I'll let him listen to like one-off song, and then 2 days later, I've got fucking Young Gravy on my fucking Discovery playlist.
He's got a song I like.
I can't stand Young Gravy.
I only like one of his songs, but other than that, I don't really. Yeah, I don't know.
Young Gravy.
I think it is crazy how he's like casually talks about like smoke. He like smokes a DMT vape pen.
Right.
Like chill, bro.
He must have linked up with our boy Les. But yeah, on that note, we almost 2 hours strong into this bitch. I think we gonna call it a night before y'all pass out on us.
Yeah.
I seen them views, we seen them comments. We appreciate y'all rocking with us tonight. We'll be back in the next couple weeks, probably after both of the fight nights. We'll probably do a lead up into UFC 308 just to recap and look ahead and really cover that card. But yeah, parlay game running strong. I'm one behind the leader right now, and I'm coming for that title, man. I'm getting the inaugural championship belt for the Parlay Pals champion.
Hell yeah, let's get it.
All right. But y'all have a good one. Again, thank you to everybody who tuned in. I know I've been talking about it for a minute, but I'm gonna try to take these next couple weeks to reestablish a fake book page because they like to pull ours and not tell us why. I'm gonna just run it back, figure out a way to name it. We'll get all them photos up again, and start having some better content for you over there as well. That way you can follow us at a nice, tidy little place until they zuck us again. But
no, yeah, dude, we blacked out the buff silhouette. We're good.
Yeah, hey, I feel like it probably was the logo. We revamped the logo a little bit. They can't do shit about a silhouette now, so
right.
But yeah, no, this has been It's Almost Time. we'll see you here soon.
Peace.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.